Hello, hello, hello. I'm Ernest Stevens. I've been working toward making myself known around the web as the Underground Sophisticate. Now, I'll give you all a heads up that the audio isn't synced with the video because I'm too easily distracted to handle the live commentary, so I will be reading off a prepared script. With that in mind, I'll be diving straight into the video. I wanted to start this piece by sectioning off the canvas and getting a better idea of where I wanted to place my subject. While I was pleased with the initial flow of the sketch, I very quickly ran into my first snag, that being the rather unruly left arm in the right of our screen. I ended up redrawing the damn thing probably about 3 times until, finally, I moved the entire image to make some room to get things where I wanted them. From there, I would spend a little time on the legs and before breaking off to fiddle with her hands for a little bit. Now that left hand gave me a fair bit of trouble. I couldn't nail down the finger placement until I decided to replicate the gesture for myself. I had to contort my wrist to get a visible angle while constantly glancing back and forth between my hand and the screen, but the end result was much easier on the eyes. Shifting focus from her hand back to her legs is probably where I spent the greatest amount of time. Something just seemed off, no matter how much I tweaked them. I tried to fix the left leg by shortening the thigh and adding a little more girth, but the right leg still had me frustrated. I wanted her right leg to rest over the left, and that was fine, but after attempting to shift the calf a couple of times, I realized that the issue was with her foot. With the realization that it looked broken, I flipped her foot and made some perspective adjustments until my brain finally stopped yelling at me. Satisfied with the legs, I began to tackle her face. Her face didn't give me anywhere near as much trouble as the hands or legs, with the only notable exception, of course, being the lips, which I then just altered by slightly enlarging and shifting over. Of course, after putting the finishing touches on her face, I decided to give her hooped earrings, as is my time-honored tradition. I then proceeded to wrestle with her hair. Now, normally I would have gone with a long, lusciously flowing mane, but this time around I was feeling the bob cut. It added a little bit more energy and motion without ruining the posture to be overdramatic. There was a lot more fidgeting with the smaller details than I expected, but after shifting the bangs up, I finally got what I wanted out of it. With the hair locked down, I had to bestow upon her the finest of threads. I ended up running with a design I lifted from a sketch I hashed out about a week ago that felt modern and sleek. For the remainder of the stream, I worked on further defining most of the line work, blocked in some grayscales, and inserted a gradient for the background to give everything some much needed weight. And that about wraps everything up. Altogether, it was about 2 to 3 hours of satisfying work. This was my first attempt at a time-lapse after being convinced by a fellow artist and streamer. But considering how well it played out, I'd be happy to give it another go. Anyways, I appreciate you for sticking with me through this rather long video, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you later. See ya.